Don't focus on your disappointments. I see a lot of people doing so, and well, it is to them as if the disappointments they've gone through, those are basically the focal point of their entire life. See, a lot of people put too much attention on the emotional side. While the emotional side is very good because it is basically something, it is the feedback system of one's life. The point is, emotion is something that we put onto something. And emotion exists usually because of a certain attachment towards an expectation. Many people expect something, and when it doesn't happen the way they want, they kind of always end up saying, hey, you know what, this is not good, or they start, shit talking themselves or the such. See, disappointments, there is no such thing as disappointment or achievement in life. These are nothing else than meaning, and as I've been saying, meaning is important to those who basically can't live life other than being, slaves of their own mind. Only the mind wants meaning, but the funny thing about the mind is that the mind is always confused. It always asks things, but questions always come from a confused point of view because you'd only ask questions when you're confused. When you don't know something, you are confused because you don't know what path to choose in most, if not all, situations, right? When you ask for answers, that is basically, well, a sense of confusion. Now, the problem is most people end up asking questions because, well, it's a good distraction from their pains. And most of the pains people create by simply, lingering in disappointments, right? They take those disappointments as their true accomplishments and they think so much, they pay so much attention to those. It's like they're worshipping those, right? They shit talk themselves, they trash talk themselves just because of what they think it's a disappointment, just because something didn't work the way they expected. That's why I always say disappointments are the antechamber of, failure and, well, pain, because pain is something that I usually call as failure when it is self-imposed, right? Not self-induced, self-imposed, because a lot of people like punishing themselves because of a silly expectation, right? Unrealistic expectations always lead to pains. So don't bother with disappointments, because a disappointment is, well, an expectation that didn't go the way you wanted it. When you want to do something, don't expect a certain end. Just follow with the process, because when you have expectations, most of us aren't taught how to have, correct expectations out of life. And then the problem comes that, well, when you don't have healthy expectations, you will suffer a lot. Now, when you focus so much on your disappointments, the problem is you become so tunneled on them that you miss on your accomplishments. And when you start victimizing and shit talking yourself, again, you miss on the whole point of life. A lot of learning comes through a lot of failures, right? There was a wise voice that said, I didn't fail 1,000 times, I just proved people 1,000 ways for something that don't work, right? Something could have been done in 1,000 ways and those 1,000 ways didn't work. That's a lot of time and effort, right? Many people see that as a disappointment, as someone not having achieved something. But if you take it on the wiser side, there are 1,000 ways that someone spent probably even their whole lifetime to prove that those ways don't work. So that, if you're open enough to the subtleties of life, those are signposts. Don't try these because they have been tried before. All this being said, never forget, disappointments don't need to be focused on because they will take you. They are like black holes. They will take your attention from your accomplishments, right? And missing on your accomplishments means that you will focus on the negative side. But again, positive and negative are just meanings. You do not need meaning. You only need meaning when it comes to, speaking with other people and using the logical mind. If you're more of an intuitive being, let's say not only me, I am so, but there are many other people. Everyone has intuition. It just depends on how open you are to it. All this being said, well, you are appreciated. Take care. Ferenc Board signing out.